The most important thing in architecture and design, whether it's interior design, landscape design, or any other design, is the philosophy. You can't just design in a vacuum. Every time we design something, there is context. If I'm designing in California, California itself is a context. People's lifestyle in California is a context. Through my studies, I have tried to understand why certain spaces work and certain spaces don't work. Why certain type of architecture is long-lasting, it never goes out of style, and the other type of architecture comes in and out. And I think it has to do with a visual balance. When you visually look at something, if it looks stable to you, if it looks like something that is going to be there for a long time, like for example, an elephant standing with big fat legs, it seems like that elephant is stable. When you look at buildings with columns, big columns, and as they go down to lower floors, they even thick walls, it gives you a sense of stability. And that is very important for human psychology, human behavior. If people feel like, well, I like to buy this house because this is really stable, this is a strong house. There are things that are, which we classify as classical, whether it's a style in fashion, whether it's a style in architecture, in design, it never goes out of style. My design philosophy is very simple. I like to design for people who are actually going to live in that space. I don't like to impose my ideas on those people. Well, when I design, I transform myself into that space that I'm designing. And if you're an artist, you will understand what I'm saying. If you're not an artist, it may sound too good to be true, but the reality is when I'm working on that drawing, on that tracing paper, and I'm designing the spaces, I'm actually transformed from my body into that space. And I'm actually walking in that space and feeling that space. So I know exactly where I am. To be able to have that almost like an out-of-body experience where your soul comes out of your body and goes into that little space which is at 100th scale. And then you see yourself walking in that space, and you see other people walking, and you see all the problems. You want the room to be a little bigger, and you see the walls on the right, the left, you see the ceilings. I'm in the space, and I'm designing it. I'm not designing, I'm experiencing it. And when I'm done experiencing it, my hand is drawing what my mind is seeing and what my feelings are, and it comes out beautiful. My designs are very visual, so I'm conscious of what people are seeing. When you open the door, what's the first thing that you will see? Is there a wall that's at 6 feet, and then you have to turn right and left? Or is there a 60 feet deep hallway, and what is at the end of the hallway? Is there a statue, or is there a big window with amazing view? When you're walking towards that statue or the view, something happening on the right-hand side, and then you look there, and then that takes you into a whole different space. So the whole experience of visually connecting these spaces, it's basically interior design, or you can call it urban design. It's all connected. To me, interior design and urban design are very similar because you're designing the spaces with walls that define those spaces. I have a unique set of experiences. Then I have been an architect, a designer, and have successfully run an architectural firm, a construction company, a real estate development company that's doing millions of dollars worth of sales in real estate in California, in Dubai. I understand marketing, I understand human psychology. So when you put all this together, you could say I'm kind of a Renaissance man. I constantly reinvent